Okay, let's just get into a real quick tour of the base. This is from the outside. So what we've got on this base, we've got 3 exits and entrances, 1 on each side, and each one of these is the door push roof/door mechanic. So you crouch, walk backwards, use that door to push you through. Crouch, walk backwards to use that one to push you out the other way. That's how it works. When you come inside, as you can see, you've got 1 exit entrance over there, 1 exit entrance over there, and then you've got basically kind of 3 bases linked together by this core. That is the shooting floor, how to get up to your roof upstairs, and then obviously if you did notice in the intro there was real high foundations and these big gaps, then fair play, but don't worry, when you build the base it's not actually like that. It's just because I've copy pasted the base and for some reason it's just at a higher height, so don't worry about that. That will be pretty much ground level when you build it. Next thing, I do want to do a quick shout out to someone, a guy called Vice Versa. I watched one of his base designs. He done a multi-TC base design, just like my multi-TC base design, my double ender, where you don't have a TC in the central core of the base. But the one thing I really took from his base design, and I wanted to implement it in my next one, was the fact he had shooting floors looking into the central core. Now, I thought that was just absolutely brilliant, so I've kind of just put my own ones. I know these rugs don't do much, but I've put my own ones in there, and just makes help defending an online raid a lot better. Right, so what we're going to do first is we'll just move on to one of the 3 bases. So as you can see, you come through here and you have 3 garage doors. All 3 bases are exactly the same, so I'm only going to show one of them. We've got a furnace here, which is our jumper, and then we've got 2 more garage doors. And if we go this way, we've got a little bit of storage here and that, and you can literally jump up on here and look through the glass if you want. And then you have your shooting floor to look to your central core, and you can get down lower if you need to, or you can even crouch and use the campfire for angles. And then in here we have our stone loot room. So it's not for our best loot, but we've got plenty of storage in here. As you can see, we've got large boxes, small boxes everywhere. And we also have down here another loot room, which has got some shotgun traps in it and some more large boxes and small. And then we also have a drop down here to the lower shooting floor, and you have your angles there like so. Then what we're going to do is we're going to move on to the back of the base. And there we have an entrance to our bunker, which we'll get to in a minute. Then we come this way, and this is more for defense and stuff. There's me choking jumps. So you've got angles to look out from the sides like this, or shoot out the sides if you really want. But then you've also got these ones here which have great visibility for the surroundings, and you've got this on 360 degrees on the base. You can see all the way around just by running over to another part of the base. We do have some storage down here. I wouldn't put anything great in there, but you do have some storage in there. And also, if you get killed here, your body should ragdoll down to the bottom, which should make it easier for collecting your body and your gun after you've been killed. Next up, we've got up here your little crouch jump up there, and then you can go either side. So if we go this way, and it's the same on this side, we have, if someone is online raiding you or someone's got up on your roof of a helicopter or anything, we have these shooting holes here. So what you got here is you can see up on top of the other tower over there, and you can see up on top of that tower. But with the campfire as well, if you crouch up, you can actually see, there you go, you can actually get angles onto the actual whole roof of your base. So it's really good for clearing your roof off. And then what we've got here is we've got peak downs, which look down there, and peak downs which look to your front doors of your base. So that covers that, and it's exactly the same on the other side. You've got the same roof protection peaks and then the peak downs on there as well. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go down into the bunker. A lot of you might have seen this bunker design before. I use it a lot because it's my favourite. So what I've done is you can, if you don't have 3 furnaces in there, you can actually put extra roof down there and make that sheet. But just bearing in mind that roof, and this can be splashed at the same time, but it doesn't matter. It's 8 rockets to get into this, no matter which way they look at it. They have to blow at least 1 sheet metal. So if they blow the 2 at the same time, it doesn't matter. So to remove this bunker, you have to remove both of these. So remove this one, and you have to remove this one in the bunker. I'd recommend having a ladder in here, but it's not necessary. I do show in the build how you can get out by placing a floor and jumping out. So we've got 3 furnaces here, 3 sleeping bags and some small storage, and then up here we've got 3 large boxes, 1, 2, 3, and a small box. So you've got all that extra storage in there. So this is for when you're online. I would transfer some of your loot out here and live out of this, so you're not constantly going in and out of your suicide bunker all the time, because that's just not what people want to do. And then last but not least, we do have the suicide bunker. So it has 3 of these suicide bunkers, all made of HQM. This is the transfer loot box. So you pop your loot into the transfer loot box, you type F1 kill, and you spawn in here. And then all you do is you just grab, you transfer your log off loot. So I put all my boom in here because you don't need your boom until you go on a raid. So I put my boom in here, maybe all some gear sets, some components, whatever you value basically. Store this overnight, or if you're getting raided, chuck it in this box. Okay, now what we'll do is we'll just pop back outside the suicide bunker and we'll come up here. And what I'll do is I'll quickly show you the roof and what that has as well. So what we do is you wouldn't have to make these jumps, like I said. When I do make the actual build video, I put 3 garage doors down the bottom, which is my bad. I'll put a note in there to remind you not to do it, but you want to make one of these wall for the ladder. You just jump up the ladder, jump up here, and then what you've got is you've got 3 garage doors to seal that off. So you go out either side, come out the door, and what you've got is you've got some stone barricades to cover these. There is a slight gap down there, so just be wary of that. You've got barricades all the way around, and you've got 3 entrance / exits onto your roof. The gap on the roof is actually sealed by the garage doors, which is quite handy. And then what you've got here is you've got quite a bit of cover and space to land some helicopters if need be on these. And obviously you've got 3 of them. And then obviously you can use these if you need to as well. So guys, what we'll do now is we'll get into the build. Okay guys, let's get into this build. So I picked this flat area here. You don't have to build it on a perfectly flat surface, it's fine. You can build it on slopes and stuff. We're not using high triangles, so we can build it here. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with a triangle foundation. So off the triangle foundation, each side we're going to come off 8 squares. 1, 2, 8, and we're going to make that stone. And then we're going to do is going to come off the other ones. Down the middle. And what we're going to do is we're going to come back, we're going to build a starter base on each one of these stones, well, not quite, but in this area. And we're going to come back with some triangles, and we're going to come back with 16 in C shapes. So what I mean by a C shape is 4 like this, the shape of a C, because we're doing them on the left side. We're going to come back 3 more C's. So just come back 16 triangles. And then what we're going to do is we're going to keep some of these triangles on the way back. So we're going to keep the first C, backward C, which is 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to keep them. And then this one here, we're going to turn it into a bigger triangle. So we're going to add 3 more triangles like so. So if I stand on it, as you can see, these 4 kind of make a triangle. And then this one we are going to turn into a higher triangle, but not yet. So we're just going to leave that. So we're going to keep these 3 as well. So. And then we're going to start our bunker with these ones. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a triangle and then remove these back ones here and add 2 squares, 3 more triangles and 1 triangle over here. So this is going to be our starter base. So what we're going to do for the starter is we're going to put a door here and we're going to make this wood. The reason why we make this one wood is because we're going to have to remove it at some point when we upgrade the base. And we're going to put a door frame here and then we're just going to go around with walls. I recommend getting this up early and getting your TCs down first. So whether you just want to go and make these out of wood first, that's what I would probably recommend, because we want to get these TC down in all 3 starter bases as quickly as possible, just to secure the area, and not just to secure the area. I mean, if someone wants to raid you, they've got raid 3 of them, which helps. And also, you want to make sure that you get your starter base TCs up before you log off. Otherwise, those stone foundations are going to disappear, and then you're not going to be able to build the base. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to speed this upgrade up to stone. Then I'm going to show you what to do, how to get the other TCs up. Okay, so I'm going to quickly place the TC here in this corner, like so, and then I'll come straight back. Right, there we go, guys. So this is our starter that we're going to be living out of. So we've got TC and we've got an airlock here. So what we're going to show you now quickly is how to get the TCs close to each other in the other starter bases. So we're going to come over here and we're going to remove these 7 squares. And we're going to come back 16 triangles in left and C formations. Like so. Coming back, we're going to keep 1 C. We're going to make a triangle. Oh, my bad. Triangle here, and then we're going to add 1 triangle and remove 6. Add the squares, so, and then 3 triangles and here. Then what we're going to do is put a door, double door frame. We're going to go round. And then we go to place TC and we can't. We have a problem. It's too close. We're not allowed to place the TC. So the way to get around this is we have to go back over here. And we have to remove these 3 triangles. Once we remove them, we can run back over to this starter base. And then we can place our TC. So we place that in this corner. And then the exact same thing is going to happen over here. So we're going to remove them, we're going to put all the triangles, we're going to go back, build the frame for the starter base, and it's not going to let us place the TC until we come over here and we remove these 3. Then it will allow us to place the TC over there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm quickly just going to go speed this up, and I'm going to build the other 2 starter bases, and then I'm going to show you what to do next. Okay. Okay, so as you can see, I've got the other 2 starter base shells up. You'd probably make them wood or stone depending on how fast or how well your wipe's going. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly show you how to furnish the inside, upgrade it to stone and sheet metal and high qual, make the second bunker, and then we can move on to the next step. So to do this, what we want to do is place 2 twig walls, get a large box and clip it through the back wall so it's coming through quite evenly, which that looks like it is. So we're going to place that there. Then that should allow us to get a large in here. And then we just grab a sleeping bag and place that down as well. Once that's done, what we want to do is remove this twig. Come in here, place a half wall with 2 triangles on top. And make this a stone. Okay, now that's stone. The easiest way to place this box is clip it through the TC. Bring it through so it comes through flush with the back wall, which that looks quite good. Once it's come through, just sidestep and it should go blue. Sidestep back and that should be tucked in quite nice. Then we're going to place a large here. So, got plenty of space on this side. And then this comes the hard bit. What we do is we place a roof here. And this is the worst jump in the world, trying to crouch jump through this. It is absolute annoying. There we go, got it. And yeah, just keep jumping, you will get through. That's pretty annoying, but you only have to do it a couple of times, 1 on each base. Remove this half wall. And you can stand up here and place another large box. There we go. As you can see, I went and replaced this box here a bit more flush to the wall. And it lets me place this box here, so we can now place a wall in here. And we're going to place this one hard side facing out, and there we go. We can see our transfer loot box, and then we're going to pop our roof on. Right, and then we can remove this twig. I do recommend, even when this is a starter base, make this high quality because you're going to struggle. I did notice that when you spawn on this bag and you want to start making everything high quality like this, you can't access that roof without removing a box to upgrade it to high quality. So, and then you can't replace the box. So make that roof HQM even when it's a starter. Okay, once that's done, obviously do whatever you want, stone. For the honeycomb here, this wall has to be sheet metal now, because otherwise we won't be able to do it later. And the same with this one. There's no option but to do that. Then we can seal these off with stone. And then we can place, there we go, like a level 1, a furnace, and some sleeping bags for you and your team. There we go. What we're going to do is now just quickly furnish this inside up here. Now when you come up here, only bring, I think it is 50 wood. I think it is, yeah, 50 wood and 300 stone, and 3 large boxes and a small. Actually, it's going to be a bit more than that because you're going to want this placed. That's stone. There we go. So you want 3 large boxes, 1 small box, and 50 wood and 300 stone. And the reason for that is we're going to be sealing ourselves in and having to kill ourselves to get out. So to do this now, we place 1 large box here. Clip him through the wall, place him back like so. Then we're going to get a small box and do similar here. Up against the wall, get a large box. This one can take a bit of time to get. Oh, I think I had it then. Once you place him, just check you can still place a half wall. I can. Brilliant. So then we just get the last large, rotate him and tuck him in like so. And then we place our wood, which costs 50, and the stone. There we go. And that is the starter base out of stone and wood. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go make this high quality 1x1 and sheet metal, and I'm going to do that on the same on the other ones, and then I'm going to show you how to make this the next stage of bunker. Okay, so I haven't done those ones yet because I'm going to quickly show you what to do with this first. So what we do here is we remove this, like I said. You have to soft pick that out or break it, however. And then what we're going to do is going to place a wall here, a high triangle, make them sheet as well. On this triangle we need to protect it from being soft-sided, so what we're going to do is go with 3 half walls, make them sheet. And then we're going to pop a triangle on to protect it. Basically means that if they want a soft side in, they've got to spend 8 rockets to get to it. They might as well just spend the 8 rockets and get into the bunker. So there we go. Make that sheet as well. So from the outside, as you can see, it's all honeycombed. This here, my bad, should have been left. So that is totally my bad. I don't know why I just done that. There we go. So sorry for that. That should have been left stone, and as you can see, that is all sheet. But we've got a bit exposed on the outside here, so we're going to make this sheet as well. Like so. Place that on there. Job done. Just remember as well, when you're sealing your bunker, if you're going to use the half wall one with the triangle like that, you don't worry, but if you're going to use the roof one, make sure that is wood down there. And last but not least, to finish off the bunker, we've got a drop down in, but it's just no good at the minute. So all we do is get 2 half-walls and the bottom one, and then another 2 half-walls, hard side facing the drop down. Remove the bottom one, make these 2 sheets, and our bunker is good to go. As you can see, you can just seal it up like so. If you want to, you can chuck the roof on as well. Totally up to you guys how you want to do it. And then all you do to break it open is break this one. At this stage now, if you've got a ladder, it would be recommended that you place the ladder here, like so. If you don't have a ladder yet, it's not the end of the world, don't worry, it's a bit of a pain, but you can place a half wall here, and you can jump crouch. You can jump crouch here. There we go, took a few times, but you can get out. So there we go. Right, I'm going to quickly go make the other ones the same as this. Okay guys, so as you can see, I now have 3 of these starter bases up. So when the bunker is sealed, they are basically 23 rockets to TC. But they're not very livable because at the minute this is going to be open. So what I would recommend doing for now is, just to help it out a little bit, is putting a wall here and like this. So what we're going to do is going to make this stone, we're going to make this stone, we're going to make these stones as well, and we're going to pop our roof on, like so, and then what we could do is, if you've got garage doors, just chuck them on, like that, and then pop another one on here, so we've got 3. This, so you've got an airlock of sorts. Now it's not the best airlock, don't get me wrong, but it's just going to help us out, so you don't, if your bunker is open, literally you can come out your bunker into here, make sure you shut this one before you open the other one. Okay, so obviously you would replicate that on the others, and then what we're going to move on to next is we're going to finish off, we're going to do the shooting floor, and then we're going to start doing the front of each base, and then we're going to connect them all together. So for the shooting floor, this is how this works. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 half walls, and then we're going to put 2 windows on top. Then on the sides we're going to do 2 windows, and then we're going to chuck half walls on top of that. Okay. So I'll come back and stone all this up in a bit. Then what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 walls down here like that, and we're going to put half walls on top of that. Okay, and what this is going to do is when we come and put our roofs on in a bit, that's going to make our nice shooting floors. And what we're going to do then is we're going to come up here and we're going to put a large wall. And then what we're going to do is going to put a triangle here. So then when we come out here, we can start building our peak downs on the side. So to do that, you do a couple of triangles there, and then 1 triangle here. And we're going to do the same on the other side. Triangle, 2 triangles there, and 1 post on this side. Okay. Once that's done, might as well just go and finish off this. that, 2 roofs on, 2 squares and 3 triangles. That's the basic bunker floor plan. And then these are obviously the entrances to our peak downs. So to finish the peak downs, they're slightly different on each side. You put 2 walls and a window, and then half wall up here, hard side facing out. So this one you want hard side facing the peak down, but this one you want hard side facing here, like so. And then what we do on here is we're going to place door frame here, hard side facing out, and then on this one, this square here, we're going to do another door hard side and another door hard side. So this is hard side facing that way, and these two are both hard side facing this way. Pop our roofs on, and then last but not least, we pop the triangle in there, like so. So what this basically looks like now is when you come creeping through here, we're going to have a campfire on here so you can look out this peak down, and then you've got this peak down here, like so. As for doors, what we do is you only need 2, but this door here has to open outwards, and that stops people getting in the peak down. It also protects you. And on this one here, we want the door to open inwards. The reason for that is when it opens, if someone somehow got into your peak down and they were camping it, and you opened the door and you got killed, they can't get into your base. So that's all you need. I'm going to stone all this up in a minute. We're just going to go do the other side, and it's very similar, just slightly different. So we do a window with 2 walls, a wall hard side facing the roof, then we're going to go for 2 doors hard side facing out on this triangle, and then when we get to this peak down here, we put the wall, the door wall frame on the other side, hard side facing the peak down. And the reason for this is you want this door to open outwards, like so. And then what we can do on here is we can put 1 door on this one, and this is like works. You can put 2 doors on, it's not a problem, but I'm just saying you can live with 1 door, because if it gets opened, it does act as an airlock. I mean, this one's slightly different because if someone's here when it opens, they're in. So just bear that in mind. You might want to put 2 doors on. It's not a problem. So let's just finish this off. So there we have it. Last but not least, the last piece is this one here. We need that in case the door gets broke and they can't see us. And there we go. That is how we build our peak downs. And I'm going to make all that stone in a minute. But last but not least here, we're going to pop our roofs in. One there. One there. Make these sheet metal. And then we're going to make the access to our peak downs slightly better than it is. So we're going to put a half wall here, and we're going to put 2 half walls here. Now, this stuff here can be made of wood. It's not important at all. Just to give you a little, if an enemy player was out there and they seen you jump up here, oh, they're going to go to your peak downs. You get up here and they still don't actually know which peak down you're going to go to. So it's same with up here. If you're going to use these to shoot someone that's on your roof of your base, they don't know which side you're actually going to. So just that. So right, I'm going to speed up this stone upgrade. Okay, and there we have it. So it is now all stone, sealed up, and there's your shooting floor, there's your peak downs, looking pretty good. I do place some extra things on the tops. You do not have to do this. All the way around. And then what I do is just make it wood. And there we have it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and do the same on the other two bases, and then we're going to finish off the front of this. Okay, there we have it, guys. As you can see, I've just gone and built 3 of them real quick, so that solves that. There is a couple of things that you do want to note. Okay, so obviously you want to get your metal embrasures on these as quickly as you can. They can't get in anyway, but they're going to help. Also, when we're on about these peaks as well, I mean, they're alright as they are. I mean, you can see over to on that tower over there, you can see over to that tower, but you can't really see the middle. So what you want to do is you want to grab some campfires, and on each one of these place one campfire. That's all you need to do. So then all that means is you've still got an angle on that tower, you've still got angle on that tower, but then if someone's in the middle, you can, on your roof, when the middle bit's done, you can just get your angles. It just helps massive amounts. Also, for storage wise, down here you can fit I think it's a barbecue and 2 small boxes. So I think you get 1 barbecue in here. I mean, you could put a vending machine if you wanted. You got a load of high qual. Totally up to you how you want to do this. Okay, so I was struggling to get that in there, so you might have to if you wanted to get a small under that barbecue and then another small there, you might have to place them before you place these roofs, or I was just messing around for a few seconds, I couldn't do it, so I've just put them in there. It's no big deal, just a little bit of Dropbox storage. Right, so what we're going to do now is move on to the rest of this base. So, what we do here is we need a triangle here, and we're going to put a wall, make this stone, and the jump up there is going to be a furnace. Simple as that. There we go. Then what we're going to do is we're going to move on to the next part, and what we're going to do here is we're going to add another triangle there, and our front is going to consist of a door. Then we're going to do 2 half walls and then a wall, like so. And then what we do is we might as well just triangle that off there. So what this basically means is we're going to have an entrance, which is going to be here, which is going to consist of 3 garage doors. So if I just put them on now, just make this a bit more visual for you, so it makes it easier for you to remember how to build it. So we're going to have 3 garage doors, like so. That's going to be the entrance to the base from the core. There we go. So that's the entrance. And then what we're going to do is we are going to seal that off. We need to do the hard side facing towards the shooting part, which I'm going to get to in a minute. That's why we've put 2 half walls there. So we come in here, we jump up here, and then what we want to do is we want to put some more triangles around here. And we can put some triangles there as well, like so. So that's the entrance. Then when we come into here, what we're going to put is we're going to put a shop front here for viewing. Have I got any shop fronts on me? I have. Place that on. There we go. And then we're going to make another shooting floor here. So we're going to do another 2 half walls. And we might as well make this one while we're here. So what we do is make that one stone, remove the bottom one, and place it oval. There we go. So we've got viewing into our core. And then we're going to turn this into a large loot room. So to do this, we're going to make it stone. That's our loot room. This is our other shooting floor, so we'll make that stone, remove that, place a low wall down here. There we go, so we've got another shooting floor to get into there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put a half wall here, 2 triangles, so stone them up, so, and then we're going to place a little bit of storage down here. There's probably better ways of getting a lot more storage if you want to go down the path of barbecues and small boxes. I like just ease of access and do. My bad. Oops. How did I start that? Anyway. So, we're going to pretend that didn't happen. So what we're going to do is we should have put a garage door on there first, and that is why I accidentally just broke the wrong thing. So we're going to put our garage door on, so. And then what you would do is put your storage down here. So I would have put 2 large and 2 small down there, and then that's that sorted. Then when we come up here, what we want to do is seal that off, like that, and then we can put another triangle there, and we can go 2 more walls, 3 walls down there, and we can roof it off. Go, make all this stone. There we have it. And one last thing, what we can do for a little bit of extra storage as well is we can put a door frame there. You can put a garage door on it if you want, that is no problem, totally up to you. And what you can do then is put another triangle on top here. So just for that more storage. So what I do for storage, again, I go for the easy option of just a large and a small on each triangle, and the reason for that is just ease of access. I just find it a lot easier just to have large than lots of barbecues and small boxes. There we go. Like that. Can do that on this one as well. Get the large in there, and then might have to jump to get this small on. There we go, and we'll pop a garage door on there, like so. Our loot room, and we can get another large in there, and another small, and that is, oh, I've left a couple of smalls out, just rushing this placement. You can always do it a lot better. So there we go. So in this loot room you've now got like 5 large, 5 small, and then if you come down here you can drop down to your other shooting floor, or come through here and you have like 2 large and 2 small down there if you want. Just bearing in mind that if people get into your core in here, in fact we should have dropped this down. I was just about to say they can see your loot, but they're not supposed to be able to see your loot. There we go, we placed this down here, like so. Make that stone, pop the garage door on. Sorry about this, guys. So the garage door now takes you down to the shooting floor, and it also gives you access to your loot rooms. So I'm just going to seal this up, and that is all done. There we go. There is our stone loot room. We've got our other loot rooms in there. Just go on top now and seal this up. There we have it, guys. As you can see, this is what it's going to look like. So that's your base, got your loot rooms and everything. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to speed it up again and build the same on the other two, and then show you how to connect it all up. Okay guys, there we go. So now we've got 3 of these bases. So what we're going to do now is connect them all up. So what I do is, you don't have to do this. This is just ease of access. What I do is I go to wood. Oops, there we go. Wood, like so. I'll jump up onto the roof, like so. And then what I like to do as well, go around with 2 lows and then 2 halves here as well. You do not have to do these like I said. Oh my god. Rushing. There we go, so pop them on, and then what we're going to do is we're going to come down here and we're going to finish the floor plan. So it's pretty simple. All we do now is we just do some triangles like this to join up to there. Once that's done, you do need to make sure you put the door frame on like so, and then what we're going to do is put a wall here. Up. And this is all the floor plan for our TC, and the others are attached to the other ones. So like I said here, we make these stone, and the reason why we put these stones here is to, the wall gap isn't the best on this base, but it's okay, it's fine. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add our entrance. To start with, you can literally just put a door and put your walls on the top, like so, and just chuck a door on and use that. It's no problem whatsoever. I'm going to make the door open outwards because I know what I'm going to have to build off of it. So what you do is we're going to put some triangle foundations outside. So 4 of them, like that. And what we're going to do is we're going to seal this one. This one's stone, and then we're going to put a wall on here. All hard side facing out. So that one triangle is totally sealed off. Then we're going to make these ones stone. And add 2 more doorways. 2 walls. That's our entrance. There we go. And then 2 triangles. There we go. As for doors, we want the first 2 doors. First 2 doors opening inwards, like so. This one, inwards, and this one here needs to open outwards, like so. Then what you do, then what we do is come out here and get our that on there. Triangle. And what that allows us to do is place a triangle in here. This one. And place this one in here. And make this one sheet metal. That's going to stop people from pushing their teammates underneath the roof that we're about to place. And also we can then use this to jump up on top and get a roof and look down, place that there and make that stone. Move this. There we go now. That's our front, our entrance, to one of our entrances to the base, to the core. And it works like this. You can put some stairs on there if you want. It's no biggie. So it just basically means you come in, and if they blow through your doors, they can't get in. You have to crouch, walk backwards, open the front door to push you through. Same going out, you have to crouch, walk backwards, and use this door to push you through. Once that side is done, that's it. Basically, we just copy and paste that on the other two bases, and then I'll come straight back. Okay guys, so I've just done that 3 times over, and as you can see we're now sealed in. So there's a couple of things we can do now once we've done that. So what you're going to want to do as well is place extra door frames on the top of them to help seal that. Now there is an option where you can place vending machines. Let's get the garage doors as well. So you have your garage door on, open that up. Once that's open, what you can do is you can get vending machines and place them on here. Take that around. There we go, like so. Cover the gaps. It is quite expensive way of doing it. It does give you some storage. It does stop people looking in. Totally up to you. And then what you can do is if you go up here, you can do the same on the higher gap. Just place 2 of them there like that and grab them. This is totally up to you guys. I mean, you don't have to do this. If you want to seal those gaps, go ahead and do it. It still does leave little gaps, but it's nothing major. The core is going to be pretty empty anyway. So as for the core, what I do is I just go around these. Because I feel you want to be able to access it from either side, because if you've lost one of your bases, if one's been raided and you've still got the other 2, if the door is on the side that's been raided, you're going to be struggling to go up to your roof. So what I do is then just place some of these walls, and that is pretty much it. Just grab some ladders and just place one, like move it over a tiny bit just so it's easy to get through like that, and then what I do is just place some on these, so that is what you want, like that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put the roof on. So to do that we just go around more triangles. There we go. So you really want the 2 gaps going along here where the double door frames are. So these to there, right. There we go. So if I just make these stone, just so you can see the ones, it's quite awkward. You kind of got to place these first, and then it'll let you place them, and then these ones, I guess. So that is all of the roof that is connected to this one. So we'll do the same over here. So is it place one, and these, and then one. These so. So we've now got the gap there, and then we just come over here, place these ones. There we go, got a wonky one over here. There we go, like so. As you can see, so we've got these little gaps here, which is fine. So I'll go make these stone quick. Right, and then what we do at the top is single door frames like so. Stone. Like that. And then what we're going to do, put a roof on it. Like so. So what I'm going to do now is just put my little bits of wood on that I like putting on. There we go. So we know where we're at. I'm going to put them there. So, and then what we want is barricades. And the good thing with these, oh, I've missed a bit out down here, my bad. Like I said earlier, you do need to put these wall frames in. As you can see, I need to put one on this side as well, and I'll show you the reason why we do that. The reason is it helps limit this gap here, but it also means when we're up top, we place this one first here, and we just bring that in like so, and we try and get the best we can on that. There we go. But the problem with these is there's always a tiny little gap, but because we've got the double door frame there, we can place it on it and it should cover the whole gap and they can't see. I have tried to get a double door frame underneath this, but it wasn't working out, so I decided not to do it. So just place these other ones. Yep. Okay, once that's done, the last few things we can do is we'd make them wood, obviously, but I have made a mistake here, which you would have noticed in the intro, so I'm just going to quickly correct this. So what we do is we're just going to remove that. I'm just going to remove a couple of these as well, to make it easier. So what I should have done here was put 3 double doors like so. Try and speed this up. There we go, like that. And then what we'll do is pop some garage doors on there. And what we're going to do is we're going to do them facing outwards, I think. I think that helps, I'm not sure. We'll check that in a second. And then what we want to do is put little airlocks on each one of these. So I'm just going to go hard side there, hard side there, hard side facing there, and then doors the same. All the doors I'm doing on the same side, like so. So you've got little mini airlocks on each entrance of your roof, and so once that's done, we just roof this all up, and we'll see if I put the garage doors the right way around. No, I didn't. So if I just remove these garage doors, the ones where the cracks are, if you see, they need to be on the inside. So that one's like that, and this one. Try and get this one the right way. There we go, like so, and I'll show you the reason for that. So we'd make that stone. So basically, if someone comes up here on the top, like so, they can't look down through these cracks because the garage door is there. So that's it, guys. That's it for the whole base design. I hope you like it. The multi-TC thing's a really good idea. Obviously, it's kind of like 3 bases in one, but it's 1 base, so they've got to raid you like 3 times basically to beat you. So if you do like this base design, just do me a favour and just drop a like on it for me, and that will help me out massively. And I just want to say a big shout out to all my recent subs. All the traction I've been getting lately is absolutely amazing. I'm well on my way for my goal of 1,000, and yeah, thank you very much, and yeah, I'll catch you guys later.